Because a lot of the question looks very familiar to me. Did we do before? No, okay, now class, maybe a few minutes. Can you read through first? We discuss together this question, okay? Two minutes or so. Okay, now class, not-for-profit organization, university, police force, garbage. This is a garbage disposal company. So now basically, doesn't matter what is the question. Okay, it's all using those model. Okay, and the information. Now let's look at this particular question. Advise TLAN how it could assess value for money of the university in TLAN using performance data in Appendix A, 12 marks. Actually, I think this question got a bit of problem. Not the question got problem, the answer got problem. But I suppose September 18 onwards is okay. I look at September 18 onwards, my conclusion is the answer is much better. Okay, the answer is much better. Okay, because I noticed that the question, the answer are, I would say, more well prepared. Now, you see this one, what I'm not very happy about is, you look at the requirement. Now, plus my question to you, will you do this? Will you talk about the company performance? In A answer, will you talk about the company, the university performance? Will you, yes or no? If you look at the question requirement, yes. Now, the answer is yes. But why you all say yes? Plus, they say advise how it could assess. They didn't ask you to assess the university performance in terms of value for money. How you could assess, that means how means you explain the 3E. Okay, so that means I will tell them about economy, what should I measure, okay, efficient, in terms of this is what KPI I should use, okay, but apparently the examiner's answer is not only he talk about how, but he talk about the performance as well. So I find it very weird, okay, because that means the question is asking you assess the performance of value for money for the 3 university in Thailand. But the question is not assess, you see, how they can assess. Okay, so that's why I find it very funny. Okay, so but anyway, that's what they are doing. Okay, so now class, economy, efficient, effective. 3 things. Okay, economy, efficient, effective. So I want to know, economy, efficient, effective. What are the KPI first? Now, in terms of economy, can someone suggest economy, what KPI? Economy, what KPI? Anyone suggestion? Payroll per student? No, cannot be payroll per student. Payroll cannot be with student. Payroll per staff, okay, payroll per staff, okay. So I think economy, I will go for payroll. Fund received, not really. Okay, fund received is for academic research. Okay, so economy is usually about the cost of providing the service. Okay, the cost of providing the service. Okay, so now give you the answer in terms of here. Okay, so the value for money measures of the university in Thailand can be assessed as follows. Okay, so economy. All right, so I just tell them economy means what? Okay, economy basically looks at the cost of providing the service. Thus, the following is a relevant measure for university. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, now I will use the average salary per academic staff. All right, per academic staff. All right. So I have north, south, east, west. Okay. Class, I just give the answer. Okay. Now, class, how do I get this? Payroll, 109 million. Academic staff, so divided by 1,750. 109 divided by 1,750. So that gives you your average salary. Okay, average salary. Okay, class can. Now, so now I wanted to comment, okay, on their performance. Okay, now class, can you tell me any comment on the performance? So roughly, how many marks? 12, about 4 marks. Wow, that's a lot. So this is 1 mark. Okay, 1 mark. Okay, so what are the things? What do you think about what can you say? Can anyone tell me something about the performance? East has the lowest. Okay. What else that you can say other than that? East is good in controlling costs. Okay, not strong, not strong. Getting the same pay, but they handle more student. Country as the highest due to teaching standard. Yes. Okay. I think that would be relevant. Okay. Now, when you assess the performance, class not good enough if you tell me who is highest or lowest. Okay. So now, okay, the results. North has high pay due to high teaching standard. Yes, that one can get 1 mark. Results show North University, cannot spell university. Highest average pay, and East lowest. Okay, class, very, very obvious. You're not going to get marks like that. Class, this is not assessment. This is telling people what they can see in the question. Okay, so which is not a helpful comment. Okay, which is not a helpful comment. Huh? All right, when you show things like that, it's not deemed to be a helpful comment. Okay, so when you say this is high and low, you won't get marks 1. All right. Okay, so what happened here is this. Okay, the next thing. What does it mean? Okay, what does it mean? But it's okay, so not conclusive that North is overpaying because it offers highest teaching quality. Thus, to attract talent, there is a need to match the salary. Okay, so now class, my argument from the question, North offers the highest teaching quality. So if you offer high teaching quality, so definitely the salary must match the talent. Okay, because if you don't pay sufficiently, you cannot attract those tutors who are able to offer the quality teaching that is required. So that would be my argument for that particular 1 mark. Okay. Can understand? So you have to justify that class. You have to justify. All right. Okay, now next. Okay, so I need a little bit more point. North offers higher teaching quality. How do we know? Friend, read the question. Okay, from the question. Okay. 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 What do you think? Some smart politician wants to cut my salary. Where the hero say, I would like to see other steps taken to increase value for money, such as reducing the number of academic staff in each university and reducing, okay, the salary of newly recruited academic staff. Okay, so now class, what do you think? okay, the teaching quality will drop. Plus, I think, you know, if when you are running university and because you want to cut costs, you cut from your lecturer, I think it's wrong. Okay, cannot lah. All right, it's like hospital, and straight away you want to cut doctor's salary. Okay, I think now the COVID, you know, I think our politicians are way smarter than to touch on the salary of the doctors, medical staff. Okay, not just doctors, nurses, and so on. Okay, so now class, coming back to here, I think it is ridiculous. Okay, it just doesn't work that way. Okay, so this is the thing. So you have to comment. So I will say that the proposal to meet economy criteria of VFM is not justified, as it will have an impact on the effectiveness of the university. So basically, if you cut, so the politician will say that, okay, so we bring the cost down, we are more economy. Okay, in terms of VFM, we are more economy. Okay, fine, you are more economy, but you are no longer effective. Okay, you are no longer effective because, I mean, logically thinking, okay, class, any one of us who suffers from a pay cut, it is difficult for us to deliver the same level of performance, right? Okay, class, I mean, this is common sense, lah. All right, class, your boss cut your salary and demand the same quality of work. Okay, I think it's very difficult. Okay, let's be honest here. Okay. So yeah, teaching quality will drop. Okay, correct. You can talk about the quality. Okay, so enough. Now, actually, I think this is not going to get me 4 marks. The way I look at it, 3 only. The calculation, the relevant KPI with the calculation, 1 mark. Then this first point stating that North is highest, East is lowest. But do you see, I didn't say North overspend, East is very good in controlling salary. I didn't, because I feel that you cannot compare the salary like this when the universities are different. Okay, because let's be honest, those top ranking university, they have much better funding, so they are able to pay better than those who are more of providing vocational training. So if vocational training, so possibly the funding less, so the salary of the tutor or lecturers will be lower as well. Okay, so then the second point will get me another mark. So possibly here is 3 marks only. Okay, but now don't worry, because your objective is more. That means later, in terms of effectiveness, I will have more to comment. Okay, in terms of effectiveness, I will have more. All right. Okay, now let's continue. Okay, next one, efficiency. Now, class, anything. Efficiency. Copy, one thing CBE is, cannot copy table. Shit. Why cannot copy table? Why? Cannot copy table one, class. Excel can, table cannot copy. All right. So now, class, any proposal? Efficient. Efficient is resource utilization. Number of graduate job fill, no, that's not efficient. Fund received against the position, no, cannot. Not related to resource utilization. Number of students per academic staff, can. Okay, student to staff ratio. Okay, that is the correct one. Student to staff ratio. Okay, so student to staff ratio. Okay, so student to staff ratio. Now, in terms of student to staff ratio, so I just take this divided by this, okay? Student to academic staff ratio. Okay, if we identify wrongly, then the whole mark's gone. Yeah, okay, class, this one is bad. okay, if you that means you use other ratios, all right, so you will lose all the marks, okay, you will lose all the marks because your this 1 mark gone already. Now, although comment, basically they don't double penalize, but the problem here is your comment is very, very, when your ratio is wrong, okay, your comment cannot be related to efficiency already. Very, very difficult for you to justify efficiency anymore, okay, so cannot, all right. Okay, yeah. Now, West is the most efficient. Yeah. Any comment on this? Anything that you wanted to say? We can see West is the most efficient, North is the least efficient. But what else that we should say about this? Okay, so I would say like this, West shows the highest efficiency. Okay, now class, anything that you want to comment on in terms of this? I feel like this cannot get marks on. Like I said, strategic professional level assessment, assess performance, you know, highest is the most efficient, lowest is the least efficient. I think everyone also know how to see, so they won't usually give you marks like that. North is harder to enter due to being more prestigious, but they can accept more. They can accept more. So West is less strict, so they got more students. Okay, I think I can possible to get marks, all right, possible to get marks. Okay, I wouldn't say if you talk about West, less stringent entry requirement. Okay, so they got more students, and then I think can get marks already when you add that. Okay, but class, you all miss out something. You guys, it's actually we are in a class, although it's a virtual class. Now, put it like this. Okay, a virtual also not a good example. Has to be physical, then only it's better. Now, class, imagine if it's 1-to-1, okay, versus 1-to-100. If you have in a class, if it is one student, okay, one tutor, it is very, very inefficient, right? But class, you have all the attention. If the class is big, then it is less attention to the student. So I am not surprised North has the lowest efficiency, but don't forget, because they offer quality education. They are the most prestigious university. So being a prestigious university, potentially the quality of education. Okay, so that means basically what I'm saying here is to give the students more attention. So the number of students to staff ratio are kept lower. Okay, so more attention. Okay, but I believe those who talk about less stringent criteria entry all can also get marks. Okay. The TSOR score, that one, no, not related. Okay, it's not related. So North poor efficiency is to do with its focus on quality education. Okay, so basically I am saying that West is the most efficient, North is the least efficient, but the reason mainly for North is because of them focusing on quality education. So the KPI affects the effectiveness. If higher student to staff ratio, there is less attention for the student. Okay, so this is my argument, okay, that if the ratio is high, then there will be less attention for the students. Okay, so that would be the argument. Okay, that would be the argument. All right, class, up to here. Okay, up to here. You know, I just share with you a bit of story. I have a friend, he studied, a friend sent the son to Russia to study medicine. Now, she told me this, okay, you know, she told the son, you cannot absent from class. Now, this is what happened, you know, that particular university, if you are absent for class, you have to personally pay the tutor 25 USD. Okay, I can't remember the amount now, right? 25 USD, not too expensive. Okay, I can't remember the figure, but it's a few hundred ringgit. You have to pay the tutor a few hundred ringgit because that day you absent, and the tutor will personally teach you, okay, what you missed that day. Okay, so you have to pay that few hundred ringgit. Now, it's not about money. It's also about what if that day 10 students absent, so how is the tutor or the lecturer going to do it now? It's possible because why? The number of students to tutor are very, very small. Okay, so if it's very small, a low ratio, then you are able to do so. Okay, so like I said, in that case, I think the quality of education will be better. Okay, like you see, if it's a class of 5 students, 1 lecturer, surely the teaching part is more effective because I can see only 5 of you here. So who don't know, you got more of my attention. But if there's 100 of you, forget it, like you're sleeping there also. Normally, if you're sleeping, we tutor no, so don't sleep in class. Okay, but we tend not to. Sometimes we don't care, we know you're tired, but we know you're sleeping. You see? So that part, don't ask us how we know, but we know. When you don't know, also we know that you don't know. You look blur. Okay, now next. Effectiveness. Okay, now class effectiveness. Improve, that means I need 3 class. I need 3 more KPI to improve the overall standard of education of citizens in Thailand, to engage in high quality academic research, okay, and to provide well-qualified university graduate. Okay, now let's do one by one. Okay, so the first one, to improve the overall standard of education of the citizen in Thailand. Standard of education of the citizen in Thailand. What KPI can be related to the standard of education in Thailand? Position in league table. Note 4. The education department has produced a league table. League table. Overall standard. I don't quite agree because the league table is all from the same university, right? Same country, If the league table is global, then it's different because you will feel the need for you to actually look at way, okay, where you have to find how you can improve, okay. Basically, when you are compared, okay, like for example, there is this global ranking of university. So how many university in Malaysia is ranked in the top 100? Okay, I don't know. Okay, I don't really follow. Okay, so when you have all this global ranking of university, so you find that, Malaysian university try to earn more points to get a better rating. Okay, so that can improve the overall quality of education in Malaysia. Okay, but if the league table is for universities in Malaysia, okay, so, sometimes you might be number 1, all right, but you are number 1 of the worst of the, I mean, it's all challenging among each other, so it doesn't mean that you are better than others, so it doesn't improve, okay. So you are only the best, but in Malaysia. Okay, so I think the league table, because it's not global, it's only limited to same country, not really. Okay. TSOR. Okay, now what is this TSOR survey? Student overall satisfaction rating. Okay, now I think this is a bit better than using the league table, although again, it's not a perfect measure. It's not a perfect measure as well. Okay, and actually, class, what's the examiner's answer? The examiner answer is there is no relevant measure. Okay, there is no relevant measure. The most suitable is TSOR. Okay, so no relevant measure, but subjective measure such as the TSOR can be an equivalent. Okay, so because the student themselves, all right? So the student themselves are actually the recipient of the services provided. So because the students themselves are the recipient of the services provided, okay, so basically they are able to, okay? All right. Now, yeah. I miss out on the first goal. Okay, overall standard of education. Okay. Yeah, still one. Then I better type. Theirs not really like Microsoft Word, you know. Can't they just get Microsoft Word? Actually, they were saying that they disable a lot of the function because they don't want you to waste unnecessary time doing all this non-essential formatting. But sometimes I find that that formatting helps us a lot more to present the answer than, you know, or else sometimes it will look very weird. Okay, like I have problem presenting T account working, okay, for accounting paper, okay, using the spreadsheet. All right, so especially if I'm doing, if I'm teaching applied skill paper, okay, then this spreadsheet, okay, will be a limitation for me. You know, in Excel, I could easily draw, okay, the T account. All right, high quality research. Okay, wait, someone says, if we combine one totally wrong, because the objectives are all different. Okay, yeah, won't say totally wrong. Okay, now your friend asks like this. Okay, your friend says, Spencer, what if 1, 2, and 3, I actually have one performance measure? Okay, so say for example, your performance measure is one of them TSOR. Okay, you will still get a bit of marks there. Okay, for the TSOR part. Okay, or for that particular another ratio that you have. Okay, but obviously your marks are very, very limited because you only have one. Whereas the answer is 1, 2, and 3, right? And then the comment also split into 3. Your comment is only 1. So that's why your marks will be quite significantly reduced. Okay, not to say they don't accept, but it will be significantly reduced already because examiner will have 3 KPI. So 3 marks there already. Okay, and then the comments are more. So 6 marks. Okay, three KPI with 3 comments. So it's 6 marks. But you only got 1 KPI, 1 comment. So you only got 2 out of possible 2 out of 6. Okay. So high quality academic research. I think this is easier to comment already. That would be on the research funding. Okay, but plus we know it's here already, but you cannot just, because it's a KPI, so you cannot just tell me funds received. I think it's not very good. You have to turn it into a ratio. So how you turn it into a ratio, plus? Okay, both answer is acceptable. Funds received per academic staff, perfectly fine. Funds received per student, it's also fine. Okay, so no issue at all. Okay, no issue at all. Okay, whether you per staff, per student, yeah, this part is fine. Okay. Ayah. Okay, so academic funds, where is it? 491 divided by 1750. So 280,571. How about academic research per payroll? No lah, academic research, very, very weird. The ratio is very weird. Academic research funds over payroll, nah, wrong. So 280, 571 474 2.4. Okay. 26 53 608. $22 400. Okay. Now, class. So these measures shows that the funding helps North to have quality research. Why? Class, actually, I based on the evidence from the question. Okay. You see, all the comment, I'm using the info one, oh, class. I'm using the info one. But I want to tell the examiner, limitation is the use of this type of KPI. All right, the use of this type of KPI. Some universities are not research university. Thus, funding is lower. Now, class, you see, some university, they are not research-based university. Some are very, very focused on research. So in this case, okay, if you actually base it on research, it may not be very effective. Okay. Okay, anak class, are y'all okay? Ready for exam? Motivated? Can't wait for exam? Hey, by the way, yeah, for just for your knowledge, Malaysian students, okay, Malaysian students. I'm not sure because I know that there are exam center that they will implement this check on your My Sejahtera. Okay, where you know the apps. Okay, Malaysian students only. Okay, Malaysian student taking exam in Malaysia. You know, some center. Okay, will ask you to open up your My Sejahtera app. Okay, which will show you are no risk, low symptom. Okay, now if you are high risk, okay, you're under the high risk, they can don't allow you to take the exam. Okay, so you should check your My Sejahtera. Okay, this is the thing. Okay, so your contact. Okay, your My Sejahtera contact. Okay, so does it show high risk or not? Okay, so this is one of the things that I just came to know about it this afternoon. Okay, this is the thing. Okay, if they don't allow, will the exam fee be refunded? Now, I can't answer this question because, well, you know that I am a third party. I cannot speak on behalf of ACCA. All right, so that one, I seriously cannot say anything. Okay, so because I was told about this, okay, that I mean, things are, I mean, you know that cases in Malaysia is getting into a very worrying numbers. Okay, so I'm not saying these centers are being irresponsible. They are trying to do something, right? Better than not doing anything. So this is the issue. Okay, so I didn't know about that. It's something like this one until that day I went to a mall. Okay, and I was asked to open up my apps before I'm allowed in. Okay, then only I don't notice the app does show. Okay, now that means if you are casual contact, they will put you under high risk. Because I got some of you say casual contact, then they will directly show you under high risk already. Because there's a lot of workplace that has, okay, but you need not, okay, you need not be, you are not considered a close contact, okay. So say for example, it's another department but within the same company, okay. So still low risk, then okay lah, all right. Yes, face mask must be worn, okay. You want to add face shield is okay, all right. But obviously, if they decided, if the invigilator wants you to let them see your face, I suppose you need to lah. All right. But at this time, who wants the other party to take out your mask? That guy got to be a hero. Okay. So, and I think I'm not going to sit exam for any one of you. Okay. So, so if you ask your friend to sit, no different than you go and sit. Okay, your friend also maybe cannot pass. You can pass also. You may not be able to pass. Okay, you somehow you say maybe I ask my friend who passed already come and take for me. Yeah, the guy can fail again one. The guy passed lucky only. Okay, so you better do it on your own. Okay, so don't worry. I don't think they are so particular to check your identity. Okay, usually they just need an identity, but not so much. Because it's ethic thing, I think quite okay. All right, sorry for that. But I think ACCA will issue all these clearer guidelines. Okay, but it's just that this afternoon only. Okay, someone brought up an issue of an exam, CBE exam. Okay, so I just highlighted. Okay, meet the job market. Now, class, what do you think about the KPI for meet the job market? What do you think about the KPI? Graduate jobs filled per academic staff. How can graduate job filled per academic staff? Okay, no, cannot be. Okay, per student. Okay, so now class, the graduate jobs, okay, each year, the number of students. Okay, now class, how to calculate? How to calculate? You tell me how to calculate. This one, the calculation tough. You are there already. Graduate jobs filled, number of students. Yes, you saw the variables already. How to calculate? Divided by, got slight error. 41, okay, your friend say 4180 divided by 17,000. Got slight error because you see why, graduate jobs filled each year, but this is the number of students in total. So you see, note 2 say the number of graduate each year who go on to further study or who begins job. Okay, so on average, the student take 3.2 years. So your number of student must divided by 3.2 and then only you divide. Okay, that means your graduate jobs filled divided by this 17,600 divided by 3.2. Okay, divided by 3.2 first. Okay, so yeah, just now I didn't share screen. Shit. I forgot to share screen. Okay. Meet job market. Okay. Percentage of graduates employed. Actually, this format, like, I'm doing merge cell all not essential one. Okay, you align it in the middle. Okay, so but I just find irritating lah. So that's why I do it. But you don't do it in exam, it's fine. Okay, it's definitely fine. Okay, but if you ask me if I am taking the actual exam, will I do it? I will still do it. Okay, class 4180, sure can get. 5,005, this is 17,600. 17,600 divided by 3.2. Okay, divided by 3.2. Okay, now someone asked this question. Spencer, if I didn't divide by 3.2, then no marks. Yes, no marks. Because you know why or not? This whole nonsense is how many marks? 1 mark. Now, not 1 mark each, class, not 1 mark north, not 1 mark east. No. That one is a fundamental level, then yes. But at professional level, no. Okay, so I just want to save time. So I think if you know how to do one, you know how to do the rest. Okay, so basically you say if you get it correct, it's 1 mark. So if you get it wrong, it's no marks. Okay, so that's why some of you ask me, do I need to show out the detail how I get this 76? Actually, you don't need to, because it's either you write 1 mark, wrong, no marks. Okay, now, but if you didn't divide, but you have this ratio, but you didn't divide, you still got chance to get marks for the comment. Okay, for the comment. Okay, so the comment there. All right. Now, wow, North University class has the highest percentage, right? Is it surprising? I'm actually surprised why the university only 76% graduates being employed. Okay, they are the most prestigious, also 76%. I think that this is not very good benchmark. It should be way higher, isn't it? Okay, like for example, if you ask me, ACCA student, what is the percentage of them employed after graduate? I think very, very, very high. Okay, I think I would say like this, those of my students who are employed, who are unemployed, is they choose to be unemployed. Okay, because any one of you got no job. Okay, then I think you're very choosy. Okay, because my opinion, all right, my opinion is because I got employer keep asking me, okay, Spencer, you got student or not? Okay, and then some even ask me, one good one only. I say, hey, God is good, someone one good. Okay, so I say, how am I going to know? All right, so now this is the thing. So and even very recent, I have so many employers, and asking, and got some even tell me, suspect that I didn't post. Okay, they say not even a single application from my side. So they say I didn't post. I say, hey, I post. All right, so rather surprising. Okay, I thought situations are very bad, but I know that firms are, but maybe salary wise, okay, I no doubt maybe it doesn't match what you want. Okay, as North University is the best university, the percentage of graduate employed is a testimony to the quality of the okay, so I just mentioned that it's nothing surprise right, class? It's nothing surprise, okay, that they are the highest. And then West with its lower standard entry requirement, okay, so this is the thing, okay. Okay, as long as you got job, even the job not related to the subject that they study. You're talking about the question or you're talking about my comment just now? Yong, you're talking about this question or you're talking about just now my general comment about ACCA graduate? I can see your question, but I don't know your question is talking about this question or your question is talking about ACCA one. Okay, up to here first. Anything up to here? Up to here. Now, this particular question, I don't like is because I don't like the requirement. Okay, I don't like the requirement that I have to do this. Okay, I don't find it very clear. Okay, but one thing I can assure you is those past years from September 2018 onwards, they are much clearer. Okay, they are much clearer. Okay, so it's fine. Okay, now anything else you want to ask? Now,